Hello. I welcome you to my game. It is a game called Psittaco, where you play as this little Psittacosaurus right here. Now what I'm going to be doing today is just playing the game, and then showing some of the code behind the game. So, let's begin in level 1. Now, yeah, we'll just go the full way. Basically, and there you go, that's one of the enemies. A Stenonicosaurus, or is basically like half of the world. Yeah, just call it Troodon, it's easier that way. Yeah, this is slightly difficult games and levels, so I'm just gonna take the easy way out. And welcome to level 2. Now, a lot of the coding used to yeah, that's a make it here. A lot of the programming used in order to create the game is a lot more, it's a lot different compared to okay, so basically every enemy except for one in this game is controlled via code for players. Like this Chirostenotes, which is, ask anyone who's played the game and they'll say it is probably one of the most annoying enemies in the game. And by anyone who plays it, I mean who's played it, I mean the 4 people who have. Correction, 5-ish. It's, needless to say, it took a bit of time to make sure the game was beatable. In fact, it was a lot more difficult than this originally. Okay, level 3. Wall crawling, that's an ability that you can use. Highly recommended. Now I would show you the rest of this level, but there's also a bonus level that's a lot more interesting, where we get to play as a different dinosaur, the Compy. Welcome to the Compy level. Yeah, it's difficult. So, this is like the closest thing to a boss fight in the game. It's the Indoraptor, because of course it is. So anyways, we move on to the final level, where we see a whole collection of enemies, but the only enemy that is not programmed using character controls, that being the Isisfordia. Now, half of these prehistoric creatures have never gotten any attention whatsoever in any form of media. Actually, I shouldn't say that. A lot of them have. The only 2 creatures in this game that I don't think have had some sort of coverage in some form of media is the Samoria in Fallen Kingdom level and these Isisfordia. Voila! That is my game, Psittaco. Now let's look at some of the code. So, I don't know. Well, we appear to have crashed everything. Yeah, I'll get back to you when this is over. Okay, now time to show you some of the coding that was used for the game. Okay. First, we have the main character, which is the Psittacosaurus. This is basically everything used to control the Psittaco. Now, we also have the Stenonicosaurs, which have... Okay, I think we can... I'll keep that there just in case that's important, but I don't believe it is. This is their coding, which... This very same coding is used to program... Well, this same sort of setup is used to program the Indoraptor in the bonus level and the Ornitholestes in the third level. We have the Pteranodon, which is the only enemy of its type that flies in the way it does. The other pterosaur in the game, the Ornithochirus, has a setup much similar to the Meganeura, which is in this level. Here's the Chirostenotes, which is essentially a player setup for its coding, just much faster. And in the Meganeura, this code, we have this, which is basically just that makes them not good to touch. And this is actually the controls that are originally meant for the ship, but instead, through some tinkering around with them, I made it into the controls for that determine how the Meganeura moves. The lab level has the Meganeura returning. The Pteranodons returning. Pterodactylus returning, and a Ornitholestes. Now, you might have noticed when I was playing it that I walked through this wall, and that's because this portion of wall right here, it's not actually set as solid blocks, but instead is set as a background, so that you can walk straight through it and touch the piece of amber, which then brings you to this level. Now, the Samoria, which are these little rodent things, actually run on the same sort of controls as the player character, but much slower. The ceratopsid skulls, which are not good to touch, they are all just dangerous, but through like a change in the collision code, it only damages you when you touch the top. These three things up here are actually all unused and unfinished sprites that were unused due to errors while they were being made. An error which was actually made with the Indoraptor model, but was eventually fixed. And finally, oh please don't crash, okay, we have the fourth level with all of these dinosaurs. Probably got the most amount of enemies in a single level. It's got 1 Meganeura, 2 Stenonicosaurus, 4 Isisfordia, and 5 Ornithochirus. Actually, wait. No, I think it will still work. So yeah, that is my game. I hope you enjoyed this, I guess. I'll just leave a link in the description if you want to torture yourself. Bye.